Hello, welcome to Creative You Podcast. It's Catherine Kirby. This is a podcast about knitting and crocheting. And how's everybody doing? I was listening to a podcast and I heard this woman laughing and laughing and laughing, just a crack up person. And I realized that's what's missing in a lot of our lives is laughter and joy. And I think this year's been so stressful for a lot of people that we really forget just to laugh and realize that I'm petting my dog, if you think, what's she doing? That God has everything under control and everything is going to work out. I was just texting back and forth to Megan from Good Old Tales. That's where I got my dog Hartley. And of course, little Lily that died in October. And she sent me this picture and said that I was the first one that she thought of. This is a little Zitsu, I know I don't pronounce that right, whose owner had to go into assisted living and couldn't take her along. Her name is Candy. She's 14 years old, but in great health. And I said, oh, Megan, God blesses me through you. And he's going to wipe away my tears over Lily. You know, it's so hard to put a pet down. And it's only been a month. And she said, when I told her, wait till you see Hartley and how pretty he's gotten. And it's been a year. We celebrate our 1-year anniversary. And we got him a new bedding and a harness instead of a leash, because when we get near home, he doesn't want to come home. He'll fake injuries and plop down and all kinds of stuff. So, but I told her, I said, the love is magnifying, multiplying in our house. He nose kissed the cat the other day like you want to go on a walk. The Patches nose kissed the other kitty, and wow. So this is one of the only things I ever knitted that my husband said, is that for me? And he said it hopefully. I didn't stitch it up. I almost said suture. That's the doctor in me talking. Aren't these cups wonderful? Man, a day later, your drink is still cold. This is the 1898 hat. If you look at the pattern, it will refer you to a Seamen's Institute. I did see one guy wear it on his head like that. It looked kind of funny. But you knit like a headband and fold it in half and then pick up stitches. So this part is double and it's so warm. And my husband always says, oh, no wool, but he said, this feels great. This is Cascade Longwood. But I have to tell you, last week I did a 4-day fast and prayer. Never done that before. Well, yeah, one time. And, you know, I didn't mind not eating, but they say that when you fast and pray, your thinking gets really clear. And one of the things that came to me is, why am I selling yarns made in China? Why? So that's going to change. And this is a made in China yarn. When we have such wonderful sheep here. Now, the reason why I didn't stitch this is because I misunderstood their directions. So you have stitches on 2 needles here. You have a provisional cast on, and I did the Kitchener stitch, and it turned out beautiful. You can't tell, but that's not what it was telling me to do. It was telling me to put this end with that end and that end with that end, and then it would have been finished. So I wanted to show you that so that if you do it, you'll know. If you look on Ravelry, people have made these striped, 2-tones, variegated yarns, patterns. So there's a lot that you can do. One thing I noticed about this yarn is sometimes certain yarns show your decreases, they just really stand out. And that's what I noticed, but it doesn't really matter. My husband says, now you should make one for yourself. So that is the 1898 hat. And I have a bunch of hats. I think I left some at the shop, but when I teach a class at the shop on two-handed Fair Isle, we often start with this pattern. It's a free pattern on Ravelry called 16 Hearts. And of course, it's a baby hat. And I remember Holly, hi Holly, when Holly did hers, she didn't think she was going to have enough white, so she started doing little designs with two colors. So this gives you just a good learning project. But then we advance to the Atwater Hat by, Rachel, not sure. I think it's a $5 pattern. So this was done in Cascade Cherub Aran, which is a acrylic nylon, light worsted, and it's kind of flimsy. It's not wool. Doesn't have the stretch of wool, I don't think. So I picked two colors that I would call them you know, compatible but not high contrast. Then just to play around, I did one with a variegated yarn. And I mean, it's okay, but it's not really anything special. It actually looks better from a distance than it does up close. And then this is the one that I just finished. And oh, wow, the blues don't really come out. This has a lot of like turquoisey blue. So the longer I knit, the more cautious I get based on things I've learned. So this is called flailing. This happens because Fair Isle pulls stitches in, and I should have gone down at least 2 needle sizes on this. So I could just say, well, that's okay. It doesn't bother me, but it does because it flips up. So I'm going to crochet around I think the bottom, or I could do another band, like a double-lined hat. The pattern actually only goes to here, but I didn't want to waste all the rest of this blue yarn. It's like a thick, thin yarn. And so I decided to use it like Holly did. I mean, why not, right? Because what was I going to do with a little bit of blue yarn? And I could put a pom-pom on it. But yeah, I sure wish that blue showed up as pretty as I see it. But this is my favorite one that I've done so far. Okay, I almost have another hat done, but I think I left it at the shop. So I have some crocheting to show you too, but I'll just keep moving along here. I haven't really ever done much for my husband. And when I met him, he was a postmaster. He used to wear vests, and my husband is 13 years older than me. And he's at the age where he's cold all the time. I was always cold, and now I go outside at night and I go, oh, this feels great. This is refreshing. And that's what he used to say. So it didn't take me long at all to almost finish the back. And again, this is a really pretty blue, and it's showing up as like a dirty gray. This is Cascade Tangier. Since my husband complains about wool, I thought I would do a cotton silk blend. So he doesn't know I'm doing this. I still have the other sweater I haven't finished. And as you notice, this is cabled. The back is just straight, which I'm not sure if I like that or not. And Let me see if I can show you my dog here. Hey, Hartley, come say hi, buddy. Yeah. He's wondering why we didn't take our walk, and it's 11 o'clock at night, so I don't know. He's looking at me like he must have been really tired. He slept almost all day. So anyway, my husband, I think I asked him about a vest or something, and he said, yeah, I really like the zipper down ones. And I said, well, you're thinking about the ones you wear to go outside. So yeah, he'll be okay. I mean, if I make it for him, he's really sweet that way. And this is Saphira, which is a Tega Hillard pattern. This is for my granddaughter, Gabby, who is 11 now. So if I were at the end of a row, I could show you here, but it's just a cute little shrug. And this is the top. And you just put your buttons actually just through the holes that you've already made. And it's almost finished. So next time, there are some things I've shown you and I haven't gotten to work on much at all. The other hat that I showed you that I was working on, I don't know that this is my favorite project, and it's kind of getting expensive. It's a bulky yarn. It's $8.99 a skein, and I'm starting my third skein. It is a Yasota Teague pattern called Urchin, and it's based on a repeating pattern of short rows that kind of makes like a shape. And this part here actually makes your brim. So I thought I was finished, but I have one more to go. And you know what? Maybe, who knows? Maybe it'll be a favorite hat and I'll wear it every time I walk the dog. Who knows, you know? This is a boy's Henley that's going to be for my grandson, Tobin. And it is Katia painted cotton. And this cotton yarn is so soft. It is just joy to work with this. So I'm almost done at the bottom. And then I will do the sleeves, of course. And there's a couple different colors in here. There's like an off-white and a light tan, and then the blue and the tan. But I think when he puts this on, he's going to be really happy. It's a Knitting Pure and Simple pattern. They sell for $7. I haven't finished crocheting my 2 scarves yet I'm working on yet. If you want to watch some good movies, we finally rewatched The King's Speech. I might have said that at the last. There's a movie company called Encourage TV. They have some really good family movies on YouTube that are free. And I watched one, I think it was called Useless. It was about a girl, teenage girl having problems. And yeah, it's a horse movie. It's a really feel-good movie. So this is a granny square baby blanket I'm doing. And you can do rectangular granny pattern. I don't know how big I want to make it. I mean, maybe I should just say this is it. I don't know. Because I have that much yarn left, maybe I should. Because I was thinking of making it bigger, but then I'm wondering why. If it's for a baby, why would I do that? I also had this orange I was thinking, but I don't know. So maybe I should just finish up with the James Brett Marble DK, because I mean, it is a decent size. So, you know, I always tell you when I lift up the patterns and show them to you, it's like looking at them in a different light, you know, looking at them differently. I will try not to rattle this bag. So we had Thanksgiving and it was good. We got together with friends. Hi, Margaret Ann, if you're watching. And we had lots of good food, and it was sad because a lot of people came into the shop and said they had to spend Thanksgiving alone, the first time ever. And yeah, it's sad. It makes me feel bad for people. Okay, rattle, rattle, excuse my body there. So, cloud slippers. Doesn't take long to make at all. The top of the toe is garter stitch, and I don't remember if it's a pay pattern. They gives you women's small up to men's large 11 to 13, but I don't understand why mine are off. And I started a second one, and I think it's gonna look just like the first one. This is a women's small, so I'm kind of perplexed. It's done with a super bulky yarn. This is Kramer Perfection Super Bulky. So I guess more next time on this one. And I thought I would show you this garter stitch scarf that my granddaughter made her first attempt to knit. When you do garter stitch on a bigger needle, you get this nice, loose, you know, stretchy. I love it. When I walk the dog, I always wear this. And so different than garter stitch that's done on small size or the appropriate size. I love it. This customer came in the other day and said, well, that's all I do, just garter stitch scarves, but she does the, you know, the tighter knit. So, yep, it's pretty. And what else do I want to show you? The Love Knot Afghan that I'm doing for Ted. With the I don't want to pull these stitches off. With the X and the O's, it's called the Love Knot pattern. It's a Lion brand pattern. This is a thick, thin yarn. The color is honeysuckle, so it's not really a yellow. It looks like a white, but you can't just quite define what the color is. It certainly, oh, now Hartley's moaning because he hasn't had a walk. And I wasn't sure how the thick, thin would look, but he wanted to proceed. It's very pretty. It's luxurious. It's soft. It's a yarn called Lujosa. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Lujosa. I know, honey. But you know what? It's late. It's dark and cold. He's like, I don't care. So I have to really concentrate when I do that because of all the different cables, and so it is progressing slowly, but he's been patient. Oh, about last year, a gal wanted to come in and do a class on one of the circle type sweater crocheted, and it was a drops pattern, D-R-O-P-S, and that pattern was a mess. They took liberties with crocheting charts, with abbreviations, and some kind woman wrote it out, which helped. This is Knitting Fever Chromatic, which they are in the process of discontinuing. Her color had some like bright rosy colors. Mine is more autumnal. And I am, oh, poor boy, didn't have his walk. Mine is fairly close to being finished. I guess it just depends. I know. It just depends how long I want to make it. Yeah, I'll let you out in a minute here. It's becoming a problem. He came from South Carolina and he loves cool weather. And if you don't get him out for his walk, then he wants to go outside. Well, it gets dark and you can't find him and you want to go to bed or you need to go away. And we were late for church Wednesday night. We were supposed to pick up the grandkids and Hartley's outside. It's dark. We can't find him. And my husband has to go out with the flashlight. And, you know, then you have to convince him to come in. So I think I'm gonna just get this finished and enjoy it and wear it. I'm not exactly sure of the pattern, but I can let you know. So what have you all been doing? What are you making? When people come into the shop, it's so fun to find out what they're making. A lady named Ethel came in today and she wants to knit a sweater called Cedar Point by Espace Tricot. Is that how you pronounce them? Two-toned, knit with a sport weight and a lace weight mohair held together. Very pretty. So I ordered the yarn for her. I can't wait to see it. Another young woman was making little mittens for the Christmas tree. And the two girls that come in for classes, they're grade schoolers and started coming in again. Grace wanted to make a, there's a kids game called Among Us. And I think I was telling you the other week when I took my grandsons to the playground a couple weeks ago, there were all these kids and all of a sudden they all started playing together. And I thought, isn't this great? They don't even know each other. And I'd hear them say, oh, we have another body. We have to have a meeting. Well, I didn't know it's a familiar game called Among Us. And then not long after that, I saw a crochet podcast and she was making figures. They were very plain. So Grace came in for class and wanted to make an Among Us figure. And it looks like a little pair of pants. So that's what she's working on. Her sister, here he's moaning, Emma, is doing one of those drama llamas. It's like a big stuffed animal with a colorful blanket and little tassels. And it makes me think I should make one for the shop. So I got some of these old Crochet World, and I have to tell you, if I wasn't a crocheter, and I had chanced upon these magazines, I would not want to be a crocheter. Their stuffed animals their stuffies are so ugly, and there seems to be some obsession with clowns. There's ugly clowns in, but he is called Cute. Man, I'd have to really, you know, there are a lot of people out there that do not like clowns, and this is Rydom Cowboy. It seems like none of their figures, they're not very good at the eyes at all. And he is called Sweet Mouse. And I don't think he looks like a mouse. Oh, Hartley's just having a fit because we didn't go out for a walk. Oh my, and now if I can't sleep and I stay up, he'll moan like that all night. So there's I told my husband they go from a bathroom set to, woohoo, a sexy Christmas halter dress. And as if you don't know what it is, under this picture, they say back view of the party dress. Okay. This one, this is 1985. Let me see what I saw here. Somebody made a Mr. T doll. Now that's not their pattern. That is viewers sending in their patterns. Shoulder carrier for umbrellas. Oh goodness! Wow, I'm speechless. And there seems to be always stuffies. So here's a monkey, and again, I know they're older magazines, but still, don't you think they would be cute? A kitchen witch, and then look at this clown. Oh my goodness, he's scary. Yuck. This is called Autumn Tree with Dog. Whoa-wee, right? Quite a, oh my goodness. And it seems like there's a Barbie doll outfit or dress in every single magazine. The thing that I did kind of like was the penguins, and you can always learn something new. This is now February 87, so they're starting to get some colored pictures, but again, that's their lion. I don't know. It says, does he really look like a lion? He looks like he has cat ears, and it says, if you don't like to exercise alone, crochet Leaping Lion. At least your crochet arm will get all the exercise it needs, and your children or grandchildren will love him. I don't know. I don't know. And there's a Valentine bank, and again, I'm what's the word, flummoxed. But the penguin, penguin has a double crochet loop stitch that looks kind of interesting. So yeah, I might do the penguin. There's the kitchen witch, and big nose. I don't think she's that cute either. So lots of stuff going on. We were having like return of Indian summer, and then another return of it, and we were actually thinking of a vacation, and now it's cold. It's like 30, ice crystals. I don't know. You know, it's December. It had to come sometime. So a lady, Miss Rose, came into the shop. This Afghan is 75 years old. It's unusual. It was crocheted with wool by her mother. When you look at this side, it looks like a standard granny square blanket, right? But when you turn it over, I think you're going to think this is quite unique. She actually did like a crocheted chains and did like a, and this is to me what really makes this thing unique. I've never seen this before, and she wants me to repair it because the edging is torn, and her mother made it for her, and she's had it all these years, and she wants to continue to enjoy it. So I'm going to take a black wool and rip out the edging and redo it. There's some other damage, but she said just let that go. It's okay. It looks like her mother did nice little tight stitches, but I thought you would love seeing this because it is so unique. So that's the that's the grand finale. And who knows what, did I show you everything? Who knows what we'll do next week. The 2 weeks seem to go so fast. I think, oh, I'm gonna finish this and this and this. Honestly, when I watch other people's podcasts, I wonder, how did they do it? Now at the yarn shop, I really don't get a chance to knit because I'm so busy. But, you know, I watch M&C Adventures. It's two ladies. One is more crafty. I enjoy them. And the last podcast, I think she did a baby blanket, 2 pair of adult socks. Oh, poor Hartley wants his mom. You know what? It's 11 o'clock or so. We're going to end up going out for a walk. I know it. Oh, and a sweater, a Love Note sweater. Now, if I knitted all day long, I don't think I could even get all that done. It makes me feel like, what's wrong with me? So I guess I should take my dog out for a walk. I used to think this poor boy had pain at night because I don't sleep well. Sometimes I don't go to bed at all. And he would just moan and groan and throw his head down and cry. And I thought he had pain, but then I thought, well, why doesn't he act like that during the daytime? And it's all just a show. To him, there is no clock. Hey, why aren't we going out for a walk? Why are you just sitting there? And I might have told you on the last podcast how he faked an injury. One night we were one house down and suddenly he can't walk. It's dark out. I can't see what's wrong. I don't know what to do. I need to get him home. He's too big for me to pick up. And it was all just a fake because he didn't want to come home. So I don't know how far to push him because he is older. The arthritis medicine has done wonders for him, but he'll come home after a walk. I devised a treat because I thought, okay, if we have a really good treat, then he'll want to come home. But when we come home, he won't move out of the doorway for me to close it. So I give him a biscuit with dipped in a good measure of peanut butter, and at least it's an incentive. And by the next podcast, I'll have met little Candy, the sweet little dog, and it has to be a dog that doesn't rile him up, and I would think she's a sweet little calm girl. And so listen, smile, laugh, enjoy your laugh, and don't let worry bring you down. Everything is going to work out for the good. Trust God. He loves you so much. And shine, baby, shine. I'll see you the next time, viewers. Thanks for watching.